we're going to have quite a few sessions discussing the latest trends in the industry at present, and obviously with things like Black Friday happening and the recent indictments over the weekend, there's lots to talk about and lots to discuss in terms of how these recent events affect affiliates and also the wider implications as it affects the industry at large. But also we shouldn't forget the sort of product-based analysis that we have with guys like we have on the panel at the moment, which is always apparent, is always important, and it's a good barometer for where the industry is going. With that in mind, one of the biggest game changers in the industry in recent times has been the dawn of in-play betting and sports betting. So what we're going to do for the first session is we're going to have a look at live sports betting and the opportunities therein for affiliates and how they can grasp the candle, so to speak. And we're going to have three mini presentations of around 10 minutes each. And we're going to start with Keith McDonnell, who's the Business Development Director for Bodog Europe. And then we're going to go into Phil Hudson, who's Sports Affiliate Manager for Betfair. And Stefan, I'll let him say his surname, who's Section Head of Sports Products for bwin.party. And after all the presentations, we'll have a little Q&A session, so feel free to direct your questions to each and all. And hopefully we should get to the bottom of the most important aspects of live sports betting at present. So if I'd just like to invite Keith to the podium. Thank you.
Good morning. Sorry, can you get the video working, please? Sorry, guys.
Do you want to rewind up?
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Okay, any questions?
All right, move on. Okay, guys, I'm Keith. Thanks for coming this morning. We're going to speak to you for a few minutes about in-running betting. What was the relevance of that video? Well, the first thing was I believe there was a few parties in Dublin last night, so if any cobwebs needed to be blown away, I think that might have helped. But more importantly, it's a reminder to us all that really in-running betting and sports betting and the industry we operate in is entertainment. We're not just competing with each other as operators. Affiliates within sports are not just competing with other sports affiliates. We're competing for the leisure book. So whatever we do, it's got to be entertainment, and that's core to what everybody does at Bodog and how we go about building on product. This here is an example of our in-running betting console right now. It's ever-changing due to the increasing product that we get, but really it's all about being dynamic and giving customers form and content to be able to place bets easily. So what's changed? I'm going to take a bit of a step back, not use this pedestal to promote Bodog too heavily over the next 5 minutes. I want to really talk about where in-running betting's come from and where it is now today. You know, not so long ago, in-running betting made up 10% of sportsbook handle. Today, we hear operators talking about it making up 70%, and it's still growing. Why is that? Well, one of the main reasons at macro level is the explosion in broadcast coverage. Whether it's Sky TV pumping live pictures into our homes, whether it's streaming on the internet, whether it's mobile streaming, whatever it is, people now have access to more real-time pictures. There's also been technology improvements, and that's both at operator side and at customer side. There's no way that operators like Bodog could offer in-running if they couldn't rely on the feeds they get and the price changes. So because they're now more reliable and robust, they can confidently give that as a product. Equally, from a customer viewpoint, whether it's iPhone or red button on the TV, they now have access to more and more pictures through technology improvements. And I have to give my friend here today, Phil, a lot of credit. Betting exchanges did a lot to help drive betting in running into where it is today. You know, prior to in running, betting was all about betting before the event, ante-post, pre-match. With exchanges and the way they naturally run, people could trade their position after the game has started. So you have a first goal scorer bet. It might be Luis Suarez. He doesn't score, but now you can have another bet very quickly to keep your interest in the game alive. But betting exchanges definitely helped deliver to the customer and make the customer realize how attractive in-running betting can be. Bookmakers now compete, though, and they compete in a number of different ways. Some bookmakers choose to stack their offices with 300-400 traders and have people at games so they can get access to live information. Others work with third-party tools, and those third-party tools, whether it's content feeds, odds, whatever it is, streaming, have become much more reliable. So bookmakers very much compete now, and in many ways, sorry Phil, have surpassed because they can offer additional bet types. But you know, this competition is healthy. As I said before, we're competing against players outside of our industry for the leisure book, so the more we can drive each other to improve the product, the better. Okay, so this is an affiliate conference first and foremost. I can sit here and talk to you about the benefits of in-running all day or how good it is and where it's going to go, but really what you guys want to know as affiliates is how do I convert customers? Well, there's no silver bullet here. It is a new product, it is a new channel within sports betting, but really how you convert is much the same as how you convert through any channel. You know, it's important to promote sign-up bonuses. Ideally, with regard to in-running, if you could ring-fence those bonuses and just attach them to activity in running, so if somebody has an in-running bet, they get the bonus, that's perfect. Not all operators can do that right now. So maybe, you know, in collaboration with the operator, the affiliate needs to understand which events the operator is going to promote heavily, whether it's an FA Cup final, Champions League final, and attach the bonus to that. Also distinguish the live offerings. You know, operators and exchanges out there, they all offer live now, but they do it in different ways. And operators such as ourselves at Bodog, we're strong in NFL with play-by-play betting. You know, understand where people can fill niches and work with them to deliver and promote that. Product information is also good. You know, customers are still trying to get their head around what in-running can offer to them. Many customers still just bet on outrights, so the outright prices as they change depending on an event. but really understand the next level of detail. What bet types can be offered? Is it how many corners, next corner, that sort of thing. And, you know, some people think the holy grail is odds comparison in live betting. It's very, very tricky because data needs to be real time. You're not going to take a price in running if the price is out of date by the time you come to submit the bet. So it's something that's being watched. It's something that deserves a little bit more discussion as well. While, you know, in running odds comparison would be great, my personal view is I don't think it's essential, simply because I think customers are less price sensitive with regard to in-running betting. You know, they want things to be convenient, quick. They want to rely on the feed, but they're not going to shop around for the best price if there's an 1/8 point difference or something in the price when, you know, a game is happening at the time. So it's really about making things simple, convenient, and easy to use. As I said, robust real-time feeds, they're essential. Somebody clicks on a price and the price is gone. They're going to get pretty hacked off quickly, so that's important. And reliability, so trust that you can use those feeds. Moving forward, you know, we now have seen the dawn of mobile betting. It's been talked about a lot over the last 6-7 years. I think it's mainly been firefighting up until the last 12 months. But now, due to iPhones, smartphone technology, Android, it's actually here. It's very, very easy to bet using your handheld device. And there's no reason why that can't be the case for in-running also. It also means that when people are at a game or in a public arena, such as a bar watching a game, they can have a bet as easily as if they were at home sat on their PC. In fact, sometimes quicker. They might not get the full depth of product that they can at a PC, but certainly convenient, quick bets on the main markets is very, very possible. And tracking. I mean, obviously for affiliates, knowing that the activity that you refer is tracked through mobile also will mean that you can help promote that. I thought, given the location where I was, I'd put a picture of Robbie Keane there in a Celtic top. I think he's slotting a penalty. I don't know what the price was, but I believe that's pretty relevant to where we are. So that's all I'm going to talk about. I think there's a Q&A session at the end. Two friends here are going to talk first. The main message for me is, you know, live betting is not about the future. It's about now. It's about what's happened over the last few years. Mobile is going to sustain and complement live betting and how it's promoted. What we need to do is work very closely with our affiliate partners to ensure they understand our products and can help promote us effectively. Thank you.
Hello everyone, thank you very much for coming along. It's great to see so many people taking an interest in this specific session. My name's Phil Hudson and I'm the Sports Affiliate Manager at Betfair, and I'm going to use this opportunity to talk to you about what we as Betfair can help you do as affiliates. During the presentation, I'm going to talk about the new Betfair in Play Zone, our mobile app, our live streaming product, the XML and API feed that we offer to affiliates, and then at the end I'm going to do a summary. So to begin with, I'm going to show you a few pictures of our new Betfair in Play Zone that was launched in February. So Betfair, as Keith has mentioned, is a betting exchange, and we've always offered in-play betting, but we thought we wanted to bring it to the customer's viewpoint, a specific betting in play zone. So in the picture you can see on the screen here, this is the homepage of the new Betfair in Play Zone. Individual markets have the new Betfair in Play functionality. We have a new cash out feature, which means that as Betfair, we show you when you can cash out from a bet that you've made in play to take a profit. With Betfair, you can both back and lay, so it means you can lock in a profit. And now to simplify that for the customer, we offer a new cash out function. The Betting in Play Zone brings together form, stats, results, also live videos so that you can get everything you need for an in-play bet in one place. We have our betting blog, betting.betfair.com, which introduces articles and information relative to in-play betting. We have daily in-play giveaways. This is for the customers to win iPads, opportunities to go to Manchester United and Barcelona games, and we also do the same for affiliates. When we first launched our in-play zone, we ran an affiliate competition whereby the affiliate who sent through the most new in-play betting customers won an all-exclusive trip for the weekend to watch a Barcelona game. We also offer CRM emails to our customers, offering 0% commission on specific in-play markets, and we also offer these to our affiliates. So moving on to the Betfair mobile product. So the mobile product is available across all platforms: iPads, iPhones, Blackberries, Android. Some key points about mobile. The Betfair app was the first betting app on the iPhone. It's available across all platforms, as I just mentioned. Not only can you make bets, but you can view your betting history, deposits, withdrawals. As I say, along with the in-play betting, you can get form and results, tips and content all in one place. Mobile customers are 19% more valuable to Betfair. So this is very important when it comes to affiliates, because obviously the more customers you can get to use our mobile product, the more valuable they are, and hence the more revenue share commission you can earn. Betfair has seen 100% year-on-year growth from the mobile channel, which again emphasises how important it is for us. 4% of overall sports revenue comes from mobile, and this is growing. We have 92,800 active mobile customers, and again, this is growing and growing. It's the fastest growing area of the business. We have a new app that's available, the Betfair Racing app, which is specific to horse racing. Also coming soon, we're going to be offering multiple betting on the Betfair mobile app. With regards to affiliates, all customer tracking is in place, meaning that any transactions or bets that are made via the mobile product will be tracked, and hence you will earn the revenue share commission for that. Finally, mobile creative is available in our affiliate system, meaning you can promote our mobile product. Here we've got a snapshot of some of the marketing we've done around mobile. So in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see that we've linked our partnership with Manchester United. Betfair is the official betting partner for Manchester United, and we've used that to advertise our mobile product. Also, you can see that we've done it in some different regions. Paul Nicholls, who's the ambassador for horse racing for Betfair. Moving on to live streaming. So the live streaming product at Betfair is very good, and here is a snapshot of the homepage of live streaming. Some key points about live streaming. You can get events streamed directly to your desktop, covering horse racing, football, tennis, and further sports. Again, a common theme: form, stats, and results are all available in the live video area. Many events are free of charge, although some do require a minimum £2 bet. We have an XML feed of events that's available to all affiliates, which means the up-and-coming calendar of events that are going to be streamed live can be made available to affiliates. And again, all links that are provided will be tracked in our affiliate system. Moving on to the Betfair pricing feed, these come in XML and API format. The API format that is available to affiliates is a specific odds publisher license, which gives you 300 calls per minute. We have a dedicated support team for this feed. Furthermore, we have an XML feed which is available to affiliates. And again, all links that are taken from these are tracked fully in our affiliate system. So to summarise, live betting is a key focus to Betfair, and it's our main USP. The in-play zone is live and will be expanding to cover more and more sports and more markets. Mobile is the fastest area of growth at Betfair, and we're looking for key partners and to work with. Betfair has a specific business development team that works with developers to build new betting platform and mobile apps. More and more live events are being streamed on Betfair. For example, all UK and Irish racing can now be viewed on Betfair. Our live prices are available to all affiliates and partners with a dedicated support team. And finally, Betfair constantly strives to make all new products and developments available to affiliates and partners so that we can work together to offer customers the #1 global sports betting platform. Okay, thank you.
Okay, good morning also from my side. My name is Stefan Vukovic. I'm responsible for the sports products at bwin, and I want to tell you a little bit, first of all, where we're coming from, but also in which direction live betting is developing at the moment. bwin was the first operator to offer a live bet on the internet in 2002, and what we've seen in the years thereafter is that all of the other operators also started as well to offer live betting. In the beginning, it was a few events per day. Now at the moment, we are on 150 and more events per day that is there. In 2005, we also were the first ones to introduce live video streaming, also in the beginning with a few events, the Serie A, then also coming with sports or soccer from Portugal. At the moment, we are offering 16,000 live video streaming events per year, which means much more than any sports channel is offering on TV. But we see also in the last years that this is also becoming a standard. So live video streaming is now there with all of the main operators, as live betting is as well. Also, when we're talking about mobile, we've seen we were one of the first ones to develop also in this direction, but also the download clients for Android, for iPhones and so on are there. So how to differentiate in the future if the events, the video content and so on is becoming a more or less standardized good that everybody's offering. We're developing at the moment very much in the area of entertainment and experience of really the live sports. So what we are doing, for example, is that on the one hand, we're getting a different look and feel and also different approach for every sport that is out there. So if you're going to BWIN and see, for example, how we are presenting a soccer match or a tennis match, or sports like beach volleyball and volleyball or table tennis, then we'll see that more or less the interface is changing a little bit in the look and feel, in the design, in the contents that we are offering to the sports, which means that we are giving you the opportunity to sell a unique experience and also to your customers. And there are a lot of customers out there. They are looking also for these niche sports. BWIN is currently offering live sports for more than 45 sports, and what we have seen in the past is that there is also for smaller sports that might be not on top of the list for everybody, really also a big target group. So also for sports like table tennis, beach volleyball and so on, you can really attract customers and also bring customers to our platform with these sports. And we have all the content around that as well. The second thing where you can differentiate at the moment is then also features that you're offering. So as the content itself, like the bet types and the events, the core events are very similar, we have started to develop unique features that are just available with us, like a chat where customers can interact with each other, like a standard or a feature called one-click betting. For example, the time that you need for a bet placement is very crucial with live betting. Normally it takes about up to 10 seconds to place a bet. With this feature, one-click betting, you're able to place a bet within 5 seconds, which is crucial, of course, then also for you because it's increasing revenues, because it means transactions are faster, the chance and probability that your bet is going through, even though the odds are changing frequently, is much higher, so meaning the turnover per customer is increasing by offering features like that. The next thing that is also something that we are believing very much in is that the customer groups that we are attracting with live betting are getting bigger and also much more diverse. So what's important is that you are able to offer different types of products for different user groups. What you're seeing here now on the right-hand side is more or less the standard look and feel that we're offering if you're entering live betting for the first time. But you're able, for example, to change the look and feel. So if you're more interested in videos and you want to enlarge the picture, you're able to move that to the middle part of the screen. Therefore, you're able also to use more of the additional features that are there. If you're somebody who is interested, especially in multi-betting, because you want to have higher odds and you want to combine bets from different events, we are offering you a big overview where you're able to select bets from different events at the same time. Multi-betting is, for example, something which is constantly growing also in the area of live betting, and it's very important as well because revenues with multis are definitely higher than with single betting. At the moment, we are going even a step further, and what you will see in the next months coming up on BWIN is that we are going even more in a direction to offer customers the opportunity to bet in parallel, really in detail on various events. So this is a screen that is currently under construction, but you will see it in some weeks, that will be the first ones to really enable customers to punt on multiple events at the same time. So like, for example, a very experienced poker player is playing several tables in parallel. This is also then the opportunity for a live punter to bet on multiple events at the same time. These are some of the features and I think also the directions that the products will develop in the future. So to make something that is more or less already standardized because we have the same contents, then again unique for the customers. For you, of course, it's very important now how to bring customers in. And you have, on the one hand, customers that very much know already what they're doing because they have experience in live betting. But there are still people out there that are coming from traditional betting. So we have focused on is also to bring customers in and to buy them in with easy ways. So for example, if you're entering our product for the first time, you will see such a big bar on top of the product showing you what are the first steps, and they will guide you through the first betting process. This is of course very much important because in a lot of cases, customers are coming to a website, entering a product, but then the next steps, what you have to do really to place a bet, so to conclude something, and then in the end, of course, generate revenues, is something that is sometimes missing. So if a customer is entering the first time within the live betting area, he's guided through to the bet placement process until he's really concluding the first bet, and then this feature is, for example, closed automatically. Another feature that we are also having is also a special page focusing on the buy-in of customers that are purely interested in videos. As mentioned before, the content that we are offering is currently really, really big, and you just see a snapshot of the portfolio on the left-hand side of the screen. So this is also a special page that we are offering since a year of time now that shows very, very, very good conversion rates, especially for new customers in, that can act as a landing page also for you, where you can show, for example, all of the portfolio that we're having, especially, for example, in the area of football. But also in this area, you're able to see highlight shows of the last match days, for example, from the Primera División, even in HD quality and also on full screens. So you can also get customers directly that are just interested in content to our site, and they will then be, of course, led into registration, and also they will see the bonus opportunities that they're having there. So this is the area that we are currently working on, and if you're interested in more talking about our features and also what we as BWin and also our affiliate team and program, the BWinners, can do for you, you will find me later on at our stand with our colleagues, and I'm able to catch, or we can catch up there also for questions. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you to all speakers there in the live sports betting panel. This is the opportunity for you guys to ask our panel any questions. So if we throw it to the floor, we have the first one here.
Just a quick question, guys. Have you given any consideration to the speed of sign-up? Obviously, when somebody wants to have a bet and they want to bet on live markets. You're doing a huge amount in that respect, but from an affiliate's perspective, we're bringing new customers and they want to have a bet on. They don't want to be spending 10 minutes sort of going through a sign-up process. So that's obviously got to come into your consideration at some point in terms of this process, I would have thought.
Keith, if you want to take that.
This on? Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, it comes back a bit to the price sensitivity point I made earlier. You know, people just don't have time to assess prices and get the best price in the same way they don't have time to go through the full registration process. I don't think anyone out there right now does it right. I think it's still too long for in-running betting. But the precedent I would use is there are a lot of microsites built around big events such as the Grand National. You know, the Grand National attracts once a year customers who really don't want to go through a detailed process, and they create a microsite that has a registration light page. And I think that's something in-running betting can learn from. You know, I definitely think it needs to be easier than it currently is.
Hi, I'm particularly interested in your experience with mobile apps and working with payment service providers to ensure that your e-commerce facilities are mobile friendly. Obviously, you know, when we're talking about revenues and such, it all depends on your ability to get deposits in. So what's your experience working with the likes of money bookers and Visa and MasterCard to ensure that they are mobile friendly?
Stefan?
I mean, in general, what we have seen with mobile, of course, that it's, as mentioned before, a very growing business. And of course, most of the customers that are using our mobile applications are customers that are coming from the web. So actually, and also this is one of the aims of us to transfer customers from the normal web channels then towards the mobile channel. It's of course very difficult then also to register, to set up your account and such things on mobile. So therefore we are guiding normally customers, although it's possible, still to a web application. But what we have seen also, like the other colleagues were mentioning before, once you are registered and you are downloading your mobile application, this is definitely an aspect of driving then revenues and increasing revenues per customers, because you can catch customers also in places where they normally would not think about betting. But when it's about, I would say, the convenience services, we still think very much that the place for pay-in registration and so on should be definitely the web.
Okay, just one from the back there.
One initially for Phil. How's your new presence on the new odds checker in-play grids working for you? Obviously, there's you and Bet365 and Sky Bet, I think, and then the other guys. Have they plans to go on there?
Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, it's really important for us. I mean, odds checker obviously one of the many odds comparison sites, but as I described in the presentation, one thing we're trying to do is get more and more live prices to our affiliates, such as OddsChecker and other odds comparison sites, to give us a picture of the current odds that you can get on Betfair. But I do agree with Keith that it's difficult because we have to give as live prices as possible, although that's not always the case. With our XML feed, I think there's about a 5-minute refresh. So obviously, when you're betting live in play, that's not great. However, the API feed refreshes as live as we can offer it. So in terms of your question regarding live prices on OddsChecker, it's very important, and it's not just with OddsChecker, but with all our affiliates. We're striving to offer as live prices as we can. One of the things that we're beginning to offer at the moment is an opportunity called Bet Store, where people can tap directly into their Betfair wallet from an affiliate. So rather than going through an API price onto a registration page or onto a market at Betfair, you can actually stay on OddsChecker or on an affiliate site and bet directly into your betting wallet on Betfair. So that's one of the new initiatives we're launching at Betfair. And yeah, if anybody would like any more information on that, I can give you. But that's certainly something that we spend a lot of time and resource looking at.
And the other guys, plans for feeds into odds comparison sites?
I mean, we are definitely working on feeds and providing as good information as possible for affiliates and other partners, because we think, of course, that having live content also on our partner sites is very, very much important. What I definitely agree on, also as mentioned before, that the problem with live betting, and especially odds, is so a live price is normally with the sports, for example, like beach volleyball or table tennis. With a lot of sports, the price is only valid for a few seconds. So really price-sensitive customers it might be very difficult to convert them than really to get also these prices on our website. So what we think is very, very important, of course, is showing maybe just the odds on the main bets, showing also the scores, showing also which additional data is available to transfer then people really to the websites. Really showing the complete betting offer also on odds comparison sites is, I think, maybe something that also, when you're talking about the amount of data that we are sending, would be maybe even too much. So we will focus very much on the main betting of the events.
Yeah, and for us, it's a case of if we do it, we want to do it right. At Bodog, there's no benefit to us if we provide an API, an XML feed into a comparison site and the prices are outdated. Right now, we're still seeing, in non-live betting, situations where customers are clicking on a price and the price is gone, and that you can very quickly turn a positive into a negative there, which we don't want to do. So we will need to be convinced, and as much through our own efforts and wherever we can drive this, that the feeds are absolutely real time and the customers are going to get the experience they should get through those sorts of sites.
Okay, just to wrap up finally, Stefan, you touched on it in your presentation. If you could just explain the importance of content for affiliate sites and the importance of localization within that as well.
I mean, from our point of view, we think that, of course, definitely content, especially when we're talking about live betting, is one of the key success factors. So yeah, must have good content, you must have it in real time and must be reliable. And therefore, we're working with own teams, with partners to get really everything as accurate on a website as possible. And also the number of events that we're able to cover, and also the markets per event have increased dramatically in the last years. What we're also seeing from our side, of course, is that as most of the customers are interested in specific events and contents. What I would also like to address is live betting is very, very good for somebody who has already betting experience and who is interested really in something that is ongoing now at the moment. But what you should not forget is, of course, that there is a big need still for customers that want to get into betting for the first time and that are interested in a specific event. And they are the standard book. The main odds on events that are upcoming is for customer conversion and for getting new customers in, still the most important product. And also where the majority of our customers is still going to. So there is a different kind of approach. And we're talking about then also localization and regionalization, which is much more important also as we are going all more international. Also there, the opportunities that we are having in the standard book are, from my point of view, still a little bit better because we are able at any time to offer you the favorite bet or team for example, on a football team from the UK, from Romania, from Germany, and so on in the main book. But in live betting, we are all very much limited to what's online at the moment. So live betting is important. Yes, it's very much growing also when it's about the revenues that we are doing. But there's still a very big target group, especially if you want to focus on certain markets, certain sports, then still the traditional betting is also very much important and maybe giving you even the better opportunity to buy customers in.
Okay, just quickly, Keith, we talk about some of the products that are coming through that are seeing more sort of consumer activity within the in-play market. Obviously, we have our core products like football and tennis, which are good in-play markets. But what markets are you seeing within the sports sector which are becoming more apparent for consumers?
We break it down into two categories. The sports that lend themselves to play-by-play very well. And specifically for Bodog, we're talking about NFL, baseball, basketball, hockey. Well, not so much hockey, but the first three certainly, where there's a lot of stoppages in the games. And actually, that gives you the opportunity to reset markets and provide a lot more markets. So they're certainly growing, and we see a lot of interest in NFL. And a lot of what we're doing with our in-running product is built around that. But then, more on this side of the Atlantic, cricket certainly, where you can have ball by ball. I think cricket has sort of exploded back onto the scene since England won the Ashes in 2005, I think. And there's a lot more sort of natural interest in it. Ball by ball, over by over betting. Tennis is becoming very popular, set by set, even sort of every second point type betting. So really, for us, the ingredients are the sport is broadcast. There's enough natural interest in it. If there are, then we'll find ways to make markets around it. Okay, excellent. I think we'll have to wrap that up there, but do feel free to corner these guys afterwards if you have any further questions, because they'll be very willing to speak to you. As touched on in that presentation, there is a big focus on mobile this year, and the sort of things that affiliates can do to sort of maximize their presence there. On the next session, we'll talk about PPC advertising on mobile, and that will be by Duncan Fisher from Latitude. But finally, just a big round of applause for our guys here on the live sports betting panel. Thank you.